facing a massive $50 million super PAC fund on one side and backed solely by grassroots support on the other. On the night of August 4th, one of the biggest upsets in American political history unfolded in the Michigan Senate primary. This result, which shocked Washington lobbyists, could rewrite the fate of the 2026 midterm elections and the American economy. As millions glued their eyes to the live election map, they witnessed the most contentious and expensive Senate primary race in state history. Triggered by former Senator Gary Peters vacating his seat, this contest wasn't just a battle between two candidates. It was a collision of two entirely different worldviews in American politics and economics. On one side was Haley Stevens, the moderate candidate openly backed by Democratic establishment leadership in Washington, Chuck Schumer, mega donors, and $50 million in outside financing, including a IPAC. On the other side was Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, a former public health director, medical doctor, and progressive candidate who rejected corporate donations and garnered endorsements from figures like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Throughout the campaign, the Stevens camp poured millions into advertising, a spending disparity nearly 20 times higher. But El-Sayed's strategy was completely different, knocking on doors with the rally cry. Politics is making people sick, and we will rescue healthcare and the economy from corporate greed. When the polls closed on election night, TV screens showed a total cliffhanger. Early returns showed Haley Stevens in the lead, leading pundits to believe establishment politics would prevail once again. But as the night wore on, votes pouring in from Detroit and surrounding areas completely turned the tide. And the final result was announced. Abdul El-Sayed won with 48.5% of the vote, narrowly defeating Haley Stevens, who trailed at 47.5%. This margin of just 15,000 votes may seem small, but it carries a massive message. Even record-breaking lobby spending couldn't stop the public's demand for change. So what happens now? The battle isn't over. In fact, it's just getting started, as the Democratic nominee, Abdul El-Sayed, will face off in the November 2026 general election against seasoned Republican and former Congressman Mike Rogers. Michigan is a critical swing state that Donald Trump won in the 2024 presidential election, and Republicans are eager to capitalize on this bruising Democratic primary. Mike Rogers immediately issued a statement saying, "While Democrats tear each other apart and elect radical candidates, we will reach voters who want to fix the economy." November is shaping up to be a total political and economic chessboard. Why does this election matter to us? The balance of power in the U.S. Senate influences everything from Washington's global trade policies and pressure on interest rate decisions to foreign aid and Middle East strategy. Having figures advocating radical change like El-Sayed enter the Senate could mean cuts to massive U.S. healthcare and defense spending, as well as a shift in global trade stance. This could signal a brand new era for emerging markets and the global strength of the U.S. dollar. This historic story, written in Michigan, proved that politics isn't just about giant budgets. What do you think about this? Should multi-million-dollar ad campaigns decide elections, or the grassroots voice of the people? Do you think El-Sayed can win the Senate seat this November? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis like this. See you in the next video.